How do you guys feel about surprises?
Ooh, I love them.
Depends.
Do you have one?
Depends. I'm anxious now.
Well, I mean, most of the time they're
surprise
good.
me.
Like surprise birthday parties.
Oh,
Yeah.
those are great.
Surprise $5 bill in your jacket pocket.
Oh, yeah.
Best day ever.
The unexpected surprise in your Dairy Queen soft serve.
Wait, like
This
Reese's?
ice cream is chunkier than I thought it would be.
I hope it's Reese's Pieces.
Well,
gonna say it
recently,
is.
one of our listeners got the most shocking surprise of his life when his mom invited him over to lunch and said, "Surprise, this is your real dad."
Oh my God.
Now I want the chunk in the blizzard.
Yeah, it only got weirder from there. We're going to hear some of the strange things he just learned about his own family when
my
he
gosh.
shares them in a brand new Mass Speaker Surprise Edition.
Yay.
It's coming up at 7:10.
You don't know me.
Confession I can't take back.
I am.
The Masked Speaker.
Text to 78592 says, I accidentally recorded over my wife's old high school graduation video with the movie Freddy Got Fingered.
No.
Daddy, would you like some sausage?
So
Oh, the real ones now.
I had to
I
throw
know.
the tape out, and she still
Yeah.
asks if I've seen the VHS anywhere.
Oh, no.
Wait, does she want to watch it? Like, what are you going to do with it anyway?
Yeah. Besides, who wants to admit that they still own a VHS tape?
Yeah.
That's just embarrassing. It's good you threw that thing out. Thing is, we have a listener on the line right now who wants to play the tape on one of his old secrets, and he's chosen to go by the name Mark today. So, Mark, welcome to the show.
Yes, I'm here.
Yes.
Yes,
Very
hello,
efficient.
Mark. Put
Yeah.
your hand out. I will also put my hand out.
Are you feeling like a little nervous there, buddy?
It's still. I know it's not going to be
You're nervous.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Also,
Okay.
a little nerve-wracking.
it has to be confusing, too, when you're using a name that's not your real name.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they're like,
You
hey,
don't
Mark, how you
answer.
doing? You're like, oh, yeah, wait, oops, that's
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Plus, just so you know, on our end, your voice sounds super weird. So
Yeah.
we literally don't know who you are.
Voice changer is on. You are the mass speaker, Mark. Whenever you're ready, let's hear your confession.
Okay. I never knew my dad when I was growing up as a
I'm
kid.
sorry.
Was that a choice of yours? You didn't want to know him?
No,
Comes to tuck you
no.
in, you're cramping, you're just no thanks.
Yeah, no.
Such
Not-
a dark joke.
I'm a mama's boy.
I'm not interested.
I'm sorry, Mark.
I'm just joking. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. Listen, I'm an adult now. I've
Yeah.
dealt with it. I've been to therapy.
Yeah, totally.
That's
That's
really
good.
good.
Yeah.
It was just growing up. My mom, she didn't want to talk about it if I brought it up. We never really talked about my dad.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, different generation, too, about how our parents handled trauma and things like that.
Exactly.
So,
There-
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah. The weird thing is, a couple of years ago, I get a call from my mom to come over for lunch, and I get there, and she introduces me to this guy, and she's like, "This is your real father."
What?
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 No
Wait.
way.
Yeah.
There's no, like,
Just like that?
warming you up to
Yeah.
this idea or asking you if you're ready or okay?
No, my mother is very much of the rip-off the Band-Aid generation.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Just over a casual tuna sandwich at the kitchen table.
Oh, my
Yeah.
goodness.
So what do you do? Do you go in for a hug there? Or what's the
Straight for the
appropriate
kiss?
Or you
thing?
punch him in the face.
Yeah.
How do you? I couldn't react. Even to this day, I'm just like, when I talk about it, it weirds me out.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
Oh, I can't imagine what you were feeling.
Yeah.
That floored
man.
me, just even you delivering that news. I
Seriously.
can't fathom
Yeah.
what happened.
Well, here's the thing. She tells me he's been working for the government in secret for the last 30 years or so, and he had to completely stay away from us for our own safety.
No way.
And you're just hearing about it? I mean, what it's
well,
going
that's
through.
the point, Brooke. She kept it
Yeah.
a secret.
Yeah.
Well, it gets better. She goes, his duty to the country's been fulfilled now,
Oh,
and
my
he's back,
gosh.
and they can be together again. And
Wait, so they're together?
yes.
What?
Shut up.
You believe it?
I'm like trying to process it myself.
I
Oh
mean,
my
maybe your
God.
mom believes it, but is this guy, like, I feel like this guy's the one that's putting her on. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, he could be tricking her.
Yeah, well, it felt weird, but just from the way he acts and the way she acts, I could kind of see them being together. And then she pulls out some old photos of the two of them from like way back before I was born.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's clearly them.
Okay, so your dad's standing in front of you. Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
A lot.
But I still felt weirded out. Besides all of this being just dumped on me, I mean,
Right.
the biggest thing was I don't really look like my mom, but I don't look like this guy at all.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the biggest problem in my head. Like I couldn't get over.
Uh-huh.
I would want to be like, even if this was one of your mom's ex-boyfriends, you'd want a paternity test, right? Like,
That's true.
Yeah.
What did you do?
Well, I didn't want to upset my mother.
right.
They seem happy. For all, he seems like a nice guy. He's not trying to do anything. But my suspicions were just, like you just said, paternity, you know?
Yeah.
So one day I decided I need to test his DNA.
Yeah. Get his old brush, right? Some of his hair.
Yeah, clearly Brooks had to do a few paternity tests for her children, so she knows how this works.
But you're supposed to spit in the tube.
Spit in the
Spit in the
tube.
That's
tube.
right.
Okay.
Oh, how do you get him to spit into a tube, like, secretly?
You hope that he drools when he's sleeping?
Hey, got a little food on your lip here. Hold on, let me grab this big glass tube. Hold on, I'll get that for you.
Almost. Oh, I need a little bit more than that,
Oh, it's in
actually.
your tooth. Will you just spit that out
Yeah.
for me?
How did you do that?
What I did was I went to the bathroom and I grabbed his toothbrush and I scraped it inside the tube and I sent it to the lab.
Oh.
Wow.
And turns out you're related to Crest.
Yeah. They're like, also, you're 25% peppermint.
Yeah. Did it come back with anything?
Zero match on the DNA. He's not my father.
What?
Oh, he's not.
So wait,
Mhm.
I mean, could it be inconclusive because you didn't have enough DNA sample?
Yeah, they were able to get a DNA profile. It didn't match mine.
Whoa.
Dang.
Since that leaves you in such an awkward position. So who
Yeah.
do you talk to? Your mom? Do you approach him?
Well, I haven't told them. They're
What?
still acting like he's my dad.
What?
I've decided I can't bring it up to them.
Oh.
No, my mom has gone through enough as it is. If she's happy, that's the only thing that really matters. You know,
Oh.
I made peace a long time ago.
But why would they be lying to you about it this late in the game?
They're not. I think she thinks it's
I
real.
don't know. She might think it's real.
What if it's not his real mom either, and you need to DNA swab her secretly too?
Oh.
Okay, we're not doing. I'm not doing that.
Mom, if that's
Oh
your
my
real
God.
name.
Yeah. Oh.
That's crazy.
So you're just
man.
gonna let them both believe that they're your parents?
I think after all of this time, I found my own peace with it, and I'm not gonna. My mom is happy for the first time in a long time, so
Oh,
just for the sake of her happiness, I'm not gonna
okay.
confront them. But I had to tell somebody because I can't tell anybody I know.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I hope you're back in therapy, man.
This has had me set up an appointment or two.
Yeah.
years.
I would imagine. That's good. That might be the biggest confession we've ever had on the
Yeah,
show.
really
That's
appreciate
huge.
you coming on our show and sharing that with us. And text in to 78592 if you think you're Mark's real dad. We want to know. Also, text in if you have a confession you've been holding on to. We'll hide your identity, mask your voice, and you can become the next mass speaker. Phone taps coming up right after this.